Charlie Kirk, husband, father of two, and devout Christian, doing what he loved, exercising his freedom of speech. That freedom was violated as he was gunned down at a college in Utah.
Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
That shot echoing across the country.
As the guy said, shooting or shooters or something like that, you just hear the gunshot and...
Charlie was the best of America, and the monster who attacked him was attacking our whole country.
How the world is mourning the passing of Kirk and remembering the voice that did not die.
Plus, remembering the devastating September 11th terror attacks 24 years ago today.
Despite the weight of history, the Department of War will always honor the service of our warriors and all they left behind.
On this day, we commemorate the thousands who never made it home.
Many gave their lives trying to save others.
And show you how people in our area paid their respects to the fallen heroes, vowing to never forget.
I will soon award Charlie the nation's highest civilian honor, the Presidential Medal of Freedom. It's the highest civilian honor.
Folks across the country continue to mourn the passing of political activist Charlie Kirk after he was shot and killed at a university in Utah a few weeks ago.
We have team coverage tonight on the aftermath of that assassination. First, ABC 13's Brittany Slaughter joins us live on Wards Road in Lynchburg with more about a push to create a memorial for Charlie Kirk in the Hill City.
Well, there's a petition online to designate part of Wards Road as Charlie Kirk Memorial Boulevard.
Thanks for joining us tonight at 5. Today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It's a day meant to celebrate the life and legacy of Dr. King, who was born 97 years ago.
He dedicated his life to advocating for peace, justice, and equality. His movement spurred the Civil Rights Act of 1964, outlined discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, or national origin, and it ended segregation in public places. King was assassinated in 1968. Now, folks in our area are honoring the life and legacy of Dr. King today. We have team coverage as celebrations are underway.
First, ABC 13's Sarah Weitzman shows us how Southside leaders honored the life and legacy of Dr. King at their annual scholarship breakfast. They named scholarships after prominent black figures from Danville.
What you were watching there happened just mere moments before a deadly shooting in the Hill City last night.
Yeah, you see the suspect walk up and grab something out of the victim's car here. The victim follows him. The situation appears to escalate, and here's what follows. Now, we stopped the video there due to the graphic nature of the content. The entire interaction only lasted a few minutes, and that surveillance video is really helping to paint a picture of what went down last night.
ABC 13's Alexia Stambridge joins us now live from 12th Street, where this happened, to further break down the video and what we're learning that actually led to an arrest. Alexia.
Yeah, the shooting happened right here in this parking lot behind me. Now, police arrested 43-year-old Larry Kersey earlier this morning and charged him with 45-year-old Anthony Kupek's death. The Lynchburg Peacemakers gave us this security video capturing the whole interaction.
Sometimes
we are tracking a wildfire burning in Franklin County, a plane crash in D.C. that killed dozens, and a health alert as illnesses continue to spread, closing down schools.
Yeah, we begin tonight with an update on a dangerous brush fire in Franklin County that has already scorched hundreds of acres.
We do have a team that has been working for you and tracking the latest. ABC 13's weather team is learning how the weather is affecting the spread of that fire.
But first, let's head to ABC 13's Rachel Tillapa, who shares the experience one local photographer had while documenting the flames.
Hundreds of acres have burned. Just take a look here behind me. You can see some of the smoke still billowing there on the mountain.
Tonight at 5, we begin with an update on a wildfire that tore through Franklin County.
Now, a rough estimate shows flames burned around 600 acres.
Now, the Wades Gap fire burned in the Callaway area of Franklin County. Unusually dry conditions and high winds fueled this one a couple of days ago. But at this point, fire crews report that the fire is 100% contained and units were able to clear last night.
And we do have team coverage tonight as our crews continue to look into the damage left behind. First, though, let's head over to meteorologist Will Stafford for an update on the rain and how that helped the crews who were out fighting that fire.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us on this snow day. It was a very wintry morning with much of our viewing area getting several inches of snow.
Now, we have our team all across the viewing area as we continue to stay on top of the snow and how you spent your snow day. We want to start by going straight to Chief Meteorologist George Flickinger, who's been tracking the snow from the beginning. And George, if you forecast it, it will come most of the time.
Hey, Dan or Noreen. Most, but not all, of the snowfall totals were within forecast range.
Election coverage you can count on. This is ABC 13 News at 11.
It's really a pleasure to be able to vote for my first time, and it's for a black woman.
That's what brought me out, is to voice my opinion and do what I think's best for the economy.
Good to have you with us tonight. Voters across the Commonwealth and nationwide are making their voices heard. From the race to the White House, down to local city council and school board races.
You are deciding the direction of our community and our country in the coming years. We have team coverage tonight from Richmond to Roanoke and down to the South Side.
National and local races impacting you here in the heart of Virginia. We'll start here in the studio with a look at how the balance of power is shaping up right now in Washington. Take a look. We are looking at the U.S. House of Representatives. It's not just the White House that's up for grabs tonight. We'll also see who can control Congress for the next 2 years. Now, all 435 seats in the House are up for grabs. Let's take a look at where we started tonight. The Republicans hold a majority, 220 to 212. Democrats need to flip about 4 seats to take control. But let's go over to the Senate, because I think this is really one of the more interesting races that we're watching. The Senate is in play because it's the other way around. Democrats hold a really slim majority here. And tonight, Republicans have already flipped one of their seats. That was in West Virginia. So Republicans just need to flip a couple more seats to take control of the Senate.
Obviously, there's a lot to unpack as these numbers continue to pour in from all across the state.
Our political analyst, Dave Richards with the University of Lynchburg, joins us in studio. And Dave, what, if anything, surprises you from the results that you're seeing in the Senate race between Hung Cao and Tim Kaine?
Well, I think the most surprising thing is how close that race is. Tim Kaine was really expected to run away with this. I think Hung Cao has been able to draft off Trump's good performance in the state. And I think overall the GOP has been able to get the vote out, and we're seeing the results of that.
All right, Dr. Richards, are you seeing any kind of surprises in general with this election in Virginia? Is Virginia red? Is it purple? Is it blue? What are you seeing?
Well, I think it's gotten a lot more purple. Harris right now up by about 3%.
With the SAG Awards now over, the countdown clock begins to next Sunday night's Oscars. In Los Angeles, George Pinocchio for ABC News.
Leading up to Sunday, we are tracking the categories generating a lot of buzz. Tonight, we're looking at the Best Actor in a Supporting Role. Here are the nominees: Kieran Culkin in A Real Pain, Guy Pearce in The Brutalist, Yura Borisov in Anora, Edward Norton in The Complete Unknown, and Jeremy Strong in The Apprentice. We also took to Facebook asking who you think should win on Sunday. Leslie says Culkin is the far and away front runner. Lisa says that she hasn't heard of any of the nominees other than Edward Norton, who, she says, is a great actor. Betty admitted that she hasn't seen any of the movies and haven't watched them at all, doesn't know who the nominees are. Okay, so not a ton of love for this category. Make sure to leave your input, though, as we go through a different one on each night leading up to Oscar Sunday. In the meantime, head to WSET.com. There you can vote for who you'd like to see win Best Actor in a Supporting Role.
And we're all so excited for the Oscars, and we know you are too. You can watch it right here on ABC 13 on Sunday night. The pre-show begins at 6:30 and the actual awards show begins at 7.
We have some breaking news just into the newsroom from Amherst County.
That's right. ABC 13's Alexia Stambridge joins us live from Gidsville Road in the northern part of the county, and you can see there's a lot of first responders there on the scene.
Yeah, Dan or Kelsey, we're working right now to find out more information. Now, I want to show you what's going on behind me. You can see there is quite a presence here. There's lots of officials here, lots of law enforcement right now.
The timeline for this case is something we'll want to take a look at now. The last time anyone saw Elsie was June 23rd, 2023. Friends and co-workers reported her missing to the Amherst County Sheriff's Office. Elsie's husband, Fred Wigington, called the Sheriff's Office a few days later, June 26, saying that she packed her bags and left after a fight, but left her phone and personal belongings behind. Well, about a year later, Elsie's friends and family started getting the word out about her disappearance on social media because they still had not found her. The new sheriff, Jimmy Ayers, had taken office at this point. Ayers says that they saw the posts and launched their own investigation with state police in May of last year. Now, in July, investigators searched her home on Pendleton Drive looking for evidence in Amherst County. Then, on August 14th, the crews went back to Elsie's home with a second search. That's the day they found her body. It's also the day they arrested her husband, Fred. Fast forward to yesterday, and that's when the Sheriff's Office announced Patricia Wigington is now in custody in connection to Elsie's murder as well.
We're gonna move on.
Councilman Rawls has been at the center of some heated conversations for the past couple of months. This video that you just saw was from a council meeting on March 25th. Police escorted Rawls out after he challenged a pay increase for Martinsville's city manager. Rawls later told ABC 13 that the city manager gave the nod to have him escorted out, and he called it a violation of his civil rights. Now, fast forward to earlier this month. City Council voted in favor to increase the city manager's salary by 15%. Now, for comparison, that puts her in line with the salary of city managers in cities like Stanton, Danville, and Lynchburg, despite those cities being 2 to more than 5 times the size of Martinsville's population. The bigger controversy, well, the vote happened in a closed session in which Rawls could not be present due to some other job commitments.
By the time I even knew what was happening, they had already written the letter, they had already put in the pay increase, so it's not like I had any opportunity.
In response to Rawls' accusations, Mayor Elsie Jones announced plans to launch a full investigation into the city council's actions.
We're also tracking the conditions on the roads tonight as Debbie makes its way into the area.
ABC 13's Rachel Branning is live in Lynchburg tonight, out on the roads with the latest.
Yeah, Mark and Danner, we're out on Timberlake right now. It's raining pretty steadily. It's not the worst we've seen, but the rain is coming down. We've seen a lot of pooling of water on the sides of the roads, especially on 29 and on 460. Just take a look at our dash cam right now on Timberlake. It's raining a little bit, like I said, it's kind of a drizzle at this point. I did speak with VDOT earlier. They said that their biggest tip is to stay inside if you don't have to drive in this weather. They say that if you're on the roads, be careful because it's easy to hydroplane in conditions like this, especially when that water's pooling on the roads. They tell me if you start to hydroplane, just apply gentle pressure on your brakes and steer it in the direction you want to go. Don't panic. They said it shouldn't take long for your wheels to catch again. And of course, when you are in weather like this, it's extremely important to leave a lot of stopping distance between your vehicle and the vehicle in front of you because you just want to make sure that you're keeping your family and yourself safe in this weather. Live in Lynchburg tonight, Rachel Branning, ABC 13 News.
And some of you are still without power following the winter storm from Sunday and Monday, but things are improving. This was what the Appalachian Power outage map looked like yesterday at noon. You see a lot of red there. That means a lot of outages. At least 2,000 people or more lost power in those areas. Now, this is what the AEP map looks like right now. Franklin County is the only local county with more than 2,000 people still without power in the red. But it's looking way better than yesterday. Appalachian Power says that they still have more than 19,000 customers in the dark tonight.
And now, even though we're seeing improvements here, the effects of the winter storm are still impacting folks in our area.
ABC 13's Bridget Kelly is live from the Bedford County Sheriff's Office tonight. And Bridget, that agency is trying to help folks out who are in the dark.
Yeah, Kelsey, Danner.
Those of you with allergies may wince at this video here. This is a video sent in to us from Ricky Gordon in Halifax County.
What you see there that looks like smoke is actually pollen from a cedar tree.
Yeah, this was sent to us through Chime In, and wow,
Yes.
I mean, is that crazy? Then I went online and saw all kinds of videos just like this. I had no idea these trees give this off. You can have your pictures and videos shown right here on ABC 13. Just find Chime In on our website or on our ABC 13 News app.
So we're probably going to see more sites like this because,
Yes.
you know, as much as I love this weather, it also brings allergies with it.
And our beautiful
Allergens.
trees and everything in bloom. And some of the pine trees, yeah, you can shake that and do that here. But maybe if you're new to Virginia or just curious, let me show you what this looks like as far as when we see our worst pollen levels. We're already starting to climb here in March, but April is the bullseye month. That's when our allergy levels are the worst across Virginia, but we still have to deal with Maine. Then the allergy levels are not quite as bad into June. But safe to say, pollen season is ahead.